Welcome to the summary of Stage 4 of La Vuelta 2017. Today is Tuesday 22nd of August and it goes from Escaldes to Tarragona. It's 193 kilometers. That's where it is in Spain, up the north east, and that's what the profile looks like. It looks quite challenging there, but actually it's a relatively flat stage. Once category 3 climb 3/4 of the way through, but the ending's the tough part, which actually doesn't really show on this map. There's a technical ending of lots of roundabouts, and it's going to be quick as well, because the sprinters will be going for it. I've been to Spain lots of times, and I've actually cycled through Spain from the north, basically through the Pyrenees from France, right down to the south of Spain, and then into Portugal. I've done that twice, and I've tried to cycle up it, but failed due to the horrendous weather. Horrendously hot for a white man like me. And Spain is very different from France in that it's more expansive. There are more open parts which seem to be just kind of unruly and untamed. There are large stretches of road with just nothing around it, and it's quite undulating, and there are often mountains in the distance. And to me it feels like there's a kind of more magical element in the mysterious magical sense. So it's more mythological maybe than a lot of France, which is more bucolic. It's more kind of farmy, isn't it? Which is also magical in its own way. It's a different kind of magical. And I wanted to capture that, and that's what I'm doing here in this picture. I'm trying to get the sense of warpedness and distortion which Spain gives you because of the really hot weather, the sometimes crazy locals, the expansive roads, the disorganization or unorganization, and also it's a little wink to Cervantes and Don Quixote. Not that I've read it, but I know about it. When there's this scene with the giants, I think he mistakes windmills for giants, and this reminds me of something that I've either seen or read in Don Quixote. A big difference I've noticed actually with the Tour of Spain as opposed to the Tour of France and Italy is that the Tour of Spain has more wacky camera angles. I think the race organisers must just employ nut jobs instead of the conservative guys they employ for the Tour de France. And the result is that the Spanish camera bikes go for more zany angles, and they're constantly kind of going below and behind the riders, which you don't get as much of in the Tour de France. And I really like that actually. It's really interesting for me to draw. It doesn't show the sponsors as well, and it doesn't show the riders' faces so well. But what it does show, it shows down the road more so than in more shot, and you get more exaggerated lines, as you can see in this picture, which show kind of speed and dynamism, which I really like for the Tour. I remember seeing a few years ago, the camera bikes get really close to the riders, and that's not good for the riders. Already there's been a lot of complaints by riders gesticulating, the commentators getting angry, etc. But for the viewer, it makes it more exciting, because when someone attacks, it's frantic, and pieces of good cinema are the ones which make you feel they make you feel the action. So that makes you feel frantic, because it is frantic in reality, because these camera bikes are getting in the way, and that creates the freneticism. Here I'm painting Wilco Kelderman. I know the name, but I didn't know a lot about his personal history. Turns out he was only 1:17 back on the red jersey, and unfortunately in the last 10k or so of a frantic lead up to the sprint finale, he went down and took a chunk out of his cycling kit around his left hand ribs, and stood on the floor. He was a bit upset about it, as you can imagine. And his teammates waited around for him to get back on the bike and cycle off. And what I'm actually feeling really in the zone here. The paintings are just flowing out of me. He really looks bedraggled and torn apart in the picture, as well as he looks in life. So it kind of, the form, the way in which the lines are delivered and the paint is delivered reflects the nature of and the narrative behind the shot, which again, going back to good cinema, it's also the same with good paintings. Good paintings are the ones which are painted in the manner of the theme or the subject. So if you want to paint someone looking cool, you paint in a cool way. There's a Delaunay painting which I really like, which I might throw up here actually. Not literally throw up, that would be quite impressive. Blah! And as you can see, I'm going to pop it up. It's a cool pose. The colours are cool, suave, whatever you want to call it, and it's delivered in a really suave, smooth way. If you look at the lines and the confidence, it's done to reflect the subject matter. And I'm really happy with this particular painting here because it looks like it's falling apart, and he's just hit the deck and his kit is ripped and he's probably feeling quite frantic, and it reflects all that in the manner of the painting. Just started doing the picture of today's winner, Matteo Trentin. I doff my cap to you, sir, gorro. Gorro is Spanish for hat, by the way. Chapeau, sorry, chapeau. And you know, quite frankly, as a I suppose a commentator for this race, in some way, I shouldn't play down the race, but there are not the biggest pool of world-class sprinters here. However, it is still a competition. There are lots of people trying to win, and the frantic ending was quite a test for a lot of the riders. You saw Chris Froome and that lot trying to stay up the front and did a really good job. If you get caught behind and there's a crash, boom, you can hit the deck, you can lose loads of time in a very short space. But he's so good at keeping at the front. And that means battling with the sprint teams as well, who are trying to get their riders like Matteo Trentin to the front to pop out and win the stage. Lobato, who I didn't know before, led out the sprint. He looked like he was going to win, but Trentin popped out really quite late and went to the left-hand side and zoomed past him, quite impressively actually. And he won and had enough time to lift his hands off the bike, as you can see here, and celebrate as if to suck in all the good vibes of the world. He's opening his arms, and thank you, Matteo Trentin, because he liked my Twitter post of him, which is absolutely awesome. I love it when this happens. I also love it when all you like my stuff as well. It gives me such good energy, such good vibes, and it motivates me to do the work that I'm doing, which I love so much. You won't know this, but I'm actually an extremely good cook. And that's bollocks, by the way. I eat fruit, so I chop up stuff. I'm a good chopper. Unless you're thinking of the other sense of the word chopper. No comment. This is Spanish fruit paella.
¡Viva España! ¡Vamos, contador! ¡Vamos!
Go through! Free!
Allez, Bardet! Bardet, allez! Forzaro! Forza, Forzaro! Dai! Ole! Et voilà! Spanish flag fruit paella! Yummy! Hard about stationary bikes is that randomly you go deep into the juju. You get lost in a song or a thought for sort of 2 or 3 minutes or whatever, and you come out and you realise you're just sitting there pushing away for nothing, and then you get back into something. So it's quite chop and change. Whereas if you're outside, you have a continual flow of stuff to keep your mind equally entertained throughout. But this is very stop-start, which breaks the rhythm. It makes it harder than it is outside. The time is what we're looking at here. Very happy with that.
Thank you for watching. Please do leave your feedback below. These are new videos. I'm not really doing these. I'm not used to the format. You know, is my face in the shadow? Do you not like pink? I don't like pink, Sam. Please stop wearing pink. The computer's annoying me in the shot. I don't like it when you talk posh. I don't like your voice. Please can you swear more? Please can you swear less? All this kind of stuff. Just leaving the feedback. I'm really keen to hear what you think, because these are developing very quickly and will be guided by you, because I'm making them people exactly like you. Yes, you. So please give me your feedback and I will greatly appreciate it. In return, I will listen to you. Is that enough? I don't know. Thanks for watching. Over and out.
¡Viva España! ¡Vamos, contador! ¡Vamos!
Go through! Free!
Allez, Bardet! Bardet, allez! Forzaro! Forzaro! Dai! Olé!